Keto chili. This low carb chili is so hearty and filling and packs a ton of flavor. And prep time, 10 minutes. Cook time, 1 hour. Total time, 1 hour and 10 minutes. Serving 6. Calories, 357. However, I'm making a few changes to mine. I've made this several times, and each time I've made it, it seems like I add something just a little bit different each time to make it my own. Ingredients: 1.5 pounds ground beef, 1 yellow onion diced, 1 green pepper diced, 1 jalapeno minced, 1/4 cup of tomato paste, 15 ounces of canned diced tomatoes, 2 cups beef broth, 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon cumin, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So we're going to add the ground beef, the onion, and the bell pepper. Okay, there's where I made a change. 1.5 pound of ground beef in this bowl under the paper towel. I did it on purpose just in case some people do not like to see raw meat. White onion, 1 green pepper, 1 jalapeno, garlic, 1/4 cup tomato paste, 15 ounces of canned diced tomatoes and juice, 2 cups of beef seasonings. For the seasonings, 2 tablespoons chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and then 1 teaspoon of salt. I've added 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, black pepper, and the extras I'm going to add 2 of the stalks of celery. I'm going to add salt and pepper and a celery salt. And this is what I do different. I have extra virgin olive oil, smooth, in my pot. I'm going to let that heat up. Once it's heated up, I'm going to add my onion, bell pepper, my celery, along with celery seed, season with salt and pepper, and saute these before adding the ground beef. And I actually added just a little bit of garlic salt too. Never be afraid to change recipes up, add to, take away, make it your own. Just remember that when you're counting calories and carbs and etc. You just have to remember that when you're logging that information as well. So I'm not going to cook it very long at all. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the ground beef. Let the ground beef brown low and slow. And I did add just a bit more than the 1.5 pounds of ground beef. Again, making it my own, our own. Ground beef is about brown enough where I can drain off the grease. Okay, add the ground beef, onion, and bell pepper to a large deep pot and cook over medium heat, breaking up the meat as it cooks. When meat is cooked, drain fat from pan, which I just did all that. I'll be adding the jalapeno, garlic, tomato paste, diced tomatoes, beef broth, chili powder, cumin, salt, and stir. So let's add those ingredients. And when I dice these peppers, I wear kitchen gloves, food approved gloves. Now for the chili powder, cumin, salt, and of course I added black pepper to add the seasonings. Time to stir. Being that I had I suspect I had more than 1.5 pounds of ground beef, I may add just a little bit more of the beef broth. I'll put the lid back on it. Bring it to a boil, reduce to a simmer. So I'm going to let that come to a boil and then I'll reduce it to a simmer. And then I'll simmer for at least 20 minutes, preferably an hour. I'll definitely probably let it go an hour because it's still very early in the day yet for our supper dinner time. So I'll just cook it low and slow. And I'll cook up some macaroni noodles for Ken. He likes to have macaroni noodles with his chili, like a chili mac. Of course, I won't be eating the noodles, even though I would love to. I will pass on the noodles, and then we'll top it with like yummies once it's done. I'm going to serve it with sour cream or shredded cheese. Now let it do its magic. Turn it all the way down. Now keep an eye on it, make sure it's not sticking. Definitely don't want scorched chili. Ugh. The nutrition info if you're going exactly by the recipe. The link for the keto chili will be in the description box below. I realize we don't have any macaroni noodles, so I'm just making plain spaghetti noodles for him. I'm sure he will be just fine with it. He is not picky, and he is not hard to please when it comes to cooking for him. Thank goodness. He never has been. His has spaghetti noodles under the chili there. Now to enjoy.